Ship here. Let's talk about how the Knicks choked in game one of the Eastern Conference Finals. Cat hits a three right now. They're up by 17 points with 6 minutes and 23 seconds left in the game. This is the first breakdown. It doesn't feel like it's a big deal right now because they're up by 15 points with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game. But Nesmith, the shooter, is setting a screen. And Brunson does not want to leave himself on Hallie. So he shows. So now that means he needs help because he shows for Bridges. Now Nesmith, the shooter, comes off this screen. Cat, this got to be you coming up. First and foremost, the person setting the screen is Thomas Bryant, bro. Who cares if he gets the ball? And you just leave the shooter wide open. Down by 14. Hey, players just make plays. Right now, Hallie just gets a nice little step back on Bridges. Nothing wrong here defensively. It's just a great player making the play. But don't trip. Jalen Brunson comes right back at him, right? Gets down the court one-on-one, easy basket, light work. Now, Pacers are down by 9 with about 55 seconds left in the game. Here we get a pitch pass into a ball screen. OG, you cannot be down here. You got to come up and be here off of this screen. Nesmith is like, bro, I'm wide open. I'm going to take the shot. He's a shooter. He's shooting 53% in the playoffs. You got to get up. Down by 8, 40 seconds left in the game. Same action is coming that just occurred with the OG. Pitch pass into a ball screen. What does OG do? He doesn't step up. Now he gets a 3. You got to see that. That's 2 breakdowns in a row. Cannot happen. Now, a key breakdown right here. Down by 5, 27 seconds left in the game. OB comes over to set a pin down. Josh Hart, you have to chase on the hip with Nesmith. He's killing us. What do? You go under. Now, you're not ever supposed to go under on a shooter. So this action, you go under, you realize, dang, I went under. I really got to close out. Now you don't close out on balance with discipline. He gets a 3. Little small key breakdowns is what cost the Knicks the game. We got to talk about free throws. Cat makes the first, puts him up by 3. 92% free throw shooter in the playoffs. Second free throw, he misses, unfortunately. Now, the Pacers, to their credit, they come down the floor. They get fouled. Nesmith goes to the line. He goes 2 for 2. They're down by 1. So free throw shooting, young hoopers, is very important. Learn how to make big-time free throws. Now, OG goes to the line. He goes 1 out of 2. Puts him up by 2 points instead of 3. Now here, nothing really happens wrong except a crossover. He gets kind of broke. But Mitchell Robinson comes over to help. Here, players make plays. He makes a shot, thought it was a 3. Foot on the line, unfortunately, but we thought it was a game. He goes Reggie Miller on the chokehold. The Pacers have now sent the game to overtime. Pacers are down by 4. Turner gets a shot that honestly probably could have been a goaltend. Halliburton comes down the floor. Here's the first problem we got. Brunson is down on the floor and Turner's down on the floor. OG, you were too concerned about Brunson to help him as a teammate. The Pacers are coming down the floor, a 4-on-3 break. They come down the court. Everybody's trying to match up. 3 can't guard 4. Ball gets over here to the corner, and Nembhard hits a 3. Pacers are down by 1. We get the screen action. Brunson got 5 fouls. Nembhard goes right at him. Brunson can't do anything but kind of play safe defense, and he does. I got to give Hallie his flowers. They once called him overrated, crosses over Bridges, gets to the paint. Now, Hart does his job. He walls up in the paint, but players make plays, and he makes a great play, puts him up by 1. Another key breakdown. Hallie gets the ball. Brunson does not close out with discipline. He does a flyby. Because he does a flyby, Hallie's wide open for a 3. So Mitchell Robinson feels like, I got to come out here and close out on him a little bit. Well, since he comes out to close out, guess what? Nobody is guarding Obi anymore. And he gets up and he gets a tip dunk. That's all on Brunson. You got to have disciplined closeouts. But we are talking about clutch player of the year. Jalen Brunson, hey, he is that dude. He gets to the rim, puts him up by 1 with 36 seconds left in the game. Now, the biggest breakdown in the game happens. Josh Hart. Young people, y'all cannot ball watch. He's so worried about Hallie right now. He's looking at him the whole time. He's not worried about Nembhard. His eyes is all on Hallie, and he does not see his man. Basketball one-on-one. So what does he do? Basket cut. Easy. Hart don't see him. They get a layup. This ain't even a play, bro. They was trying to go back to Nesmith and Hallie. Right now, McBride is off the ball. Okay, cool. If you want to be off it to watch for everybody else, that's fine. Now, when you get back on the ball, you get to Nembhard. Now we get a switch here. What type of switch is this? You just quit right here. You just quit. What are you guarding him with your arm for? And now Mitchell has to come over and help. Easy dunk. And he gets fouled in the no call. This cost them the game.